Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jin here from SIEC. My experience, and right now is instructor, all right, teaching all these aircraft type like example A350, 777, 787, all right. But previously I was LAE, all right, licensed aircraft engineer. So if you are interested in this industry, at least I can share my experience with you, all right. Thank you.
Okay, hi, good morning everyone. I'm Dani and I'm the first pioneer batch of this SIT AAC program. So I've went through the whole 28 months of training, apprenticeship, and now next month I should be fully getting my LAE license from CES. So if there's any questions also as well as regarding how student life, we are all here to help you all with it. These are my juniors, so I'll let them introduce themselves.
Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Samantha. I am on my second year of my traineeship, and actually, I'm the second batch. Both my Terence and I are from the second batch, and we just finished our base maintenance attachment, and we'll be going to line maintenance soon.
Hello, everybody. My name is Terence, and I'm a year 2 trainee aircraft engineer. Yeah.
Hi everybody, my name is Naomi and I'm from the most current batch that graduated from ASC. Me and my classmate here are both currently in our first year of our traineeship.
Good morning everyone, I'm Xuan Kai. I'm same as Naomi, just joined the company. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kirin. So I was the teacher for our dear ASC batch, and I brought them through most of their first year mathematics, and it was a real pleasure to be with these kids for a whole year. So maybe to start things off, guys, we want to talk about your journey in ASC itself. So it's a fine line, I suppose, between an aviation engineer and being a mechanical engineer. So what made you guys choose ASE instead of going into mechanical engineering and with an aviation specialization?
Okay, personally, for me, I choose this program because it offers a direct road towards being a LAE. It offers a shorter path in a way, because for this program, it collaborates with SIEC, and they offer the 28 months of apprenticeship after graduating. So instead of the typical 44 months to get your license, this is a pretty short path. Yeah, and training pretty much starts during your uni days. So everything you learn during your uni days is more towards being a licensed aircraft engineer.
One of the most exciting aspects of this traineeship was this one trimester of traineeship that we got to do at SIAC Training Academy. We got to do a bit of hands-on of like sheet metal works. We got to practice lock wiring and gets kind of familiarized with these aircraft maintenance practices. And we also learn a bit more about the modules that are directly correlated with our profession.
For us, we emphasize on safety. So safety started with knowledge, right? So you need knowledge, but for our industry, more importantly, also your skills. All right, you need to hands-on in order to inspect aircraft safely, so to speak. Yeah.
For SIT, ASE, and if you are from other university, NTU, NUS grad, the difference in training will be there's a difference lah. So it's like a 44 months compared to a 28 months training program. So if you are from an NTU, NUS, you come in, then you have to take in all the necessary SIAEC in-house paper, your CS paper, and also your interviews. But for us, when we straight directly come into EC, right, all these are already covered during our IWSP. So it really shortened our time and give us a great lead time to focus on our training.
To just add on, the ASC program integrates your basic courses. So they are building your foundation from ground. You would have all these skills that you can later on apply when you are attached to whichever like line or base maintenance. So in this sense, you are kind of like killing two birds with one stone. You are getting your degree, and at the same time, you are having this certificate of recognition that you will obtain afterwards, because you are clearing your papers as you go throughout the program. So you are cutting short the time, like what my peers have mentioned?
Yes, definitely bittersweet moments, I guess. During your first year, it's be solely based on, it's academics related as much. You'll learn your mathematics, thermodynamics, fluid dynamics, if I recall correctly. And then after the first year is when, for me, it gets more exciting, like the rest have said. You get to, after the basic modules, you get to learn aircraft propulsion, in which actually Mr. Ong here taught us. He came to SIT, and then he was the one that was teaching the module. So year 2 onwards, it gets exciting and more fun because, like what Naomi said earlier, we get to go to Chris Light, which is the SIEC Training Academy, where we practice on the basic skills such as lock wire, wire lacing and all everything. So year 2, so it's more aircraft related, and then year 3 is when you'll do your final year project as well as taking some of other modules. And as my friend here Samantha said, in the midst of everything, year 1 to year 3, as you guys go along, right, you'll get to clear your CASM module papers as well, which is a very huge advantage because you are actually, the modules that you learn in school are actually aligned with the papers that you are taking. So it saves you a lot of time and effort. So for example, we are studying electrical fundamentals in SIT. There is also the M3, M4, and M5 papers that you can take as well together. And the expiry date is 10 years. So which means you get, after you take your SIT exams, you can straight away take your CS papers. And when you start your traineeship apprentice with SIEC, you don't have to worry about your M papers because you have cleared more or less about the papers. You just focus on your apprenticeship. So I wouldn't deny that it's tough, but it's actually promising because it molds you for the future ahead. It streamlines your path.
Okay, first thing, start with this M paper, all these M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M7, M11, M13, right? You must pass in order to become qualified licensed engineer, all right? Now, of course, M10, M9, air law, and also human factor is compulsory, all right? And what happened is we try to help our colleague, our student, to pass first round, so to speak, first round, because if not, they accumulated. If you fail one paper, later on you have more paper to clear. So it's actually very stressful for students. And I also want to share with the potential student that going to join SIT, to become LAE, you need 3 attributes. All right. First is actually your discipline. Second is commitment. And the third will be willing to share. Like this Danny, now he's going to pass out soon. So as a LAE, right, you need to share your knowledge. Because as you know, this industry works 24 hours. All right, so from one shift to another, you need to actually pass or hand over properly. So willing to share is one of the attributes. And of course, we talk about the first, discipline. Why? Because as you know, as LAE, you need to follow AMM strictly. You need to follow regulations by authority. All right, so discipline is utmost important. Also, commitment means what? Commitment means when you choose this industry, it's not a job, but it's a career. All right, so you must commit yourself like Danny, they did. They study with SIT, now they join us. But after that, when he established at LAE, he have to spend another 20 years, 30 years in this industry. So commitment is very important as well.
Okay, so during the internship, we will be going through the basic courses. So as a B1, which is mechanical, we will go through courses such as sheet metal and composites. So it's like a 10-day course where they familiarize you with the tools, the drill bits and composites, processes of it, how to fabricate a laminate, all the way to how to perform a repair and different kinds of repair. So these in-depth details also comes with the theoretical knowledge that's taught throughout the course. So aside from that, they will also teach you courses related to electrical because it covers in your license. And then throughout this 8-month internship, you'll also be attached to operations at the end. So in my case, I was attached for my last 30 days in my last 1 month in that 8-month program. I was attached to the base operations where I get to work with an engineer. So I was attached to him. I was doing paperwork with him, and I was learning how does he deal with aircraft checks, and to learn more from him, from his experience. Okay, when I was attached to base at that point of time, my aircraft was A380. It wasn't my type course, but we get to do simple things such as, okay, like the simplest one would be, for example, as simple as opening, let's say, an APU door, for example. So we would first go to like the AMM and see the procedures, the steps. You would think it's so easy to just open a door, right? But there are latches that goes out in sequence, and to close it, there will be a sequence as well. So as simple as opening a door even, there are procedures and strict manuals and precautions and warnings to take note while you perform such a task, something like that.
I think for me it's a dynamic environment, because every time when I go down to the hangar, I will not know what job I will be given. So it's like when the aircraft come in, the engineer will give you all the paperwork, and then you have to, at the back of your hand, you must know all the safety precautions that you have to take note of, and also get all the EMM, prepare for them, and then start your work, safely, in a safe manner. So it's like you won't know what will happen the next day. So this is what I like being on ground.
Well, I think just like how Terence mentioned, the job is actually really exciting. You may think that all our work is constricted into a set of manuals provided by Boeing or Airbus, and it's very restrictive, but actually the most exciting part of the job will be troubleshooting. That's where our personal expertise come into place, all our years of training, or learning how to navigate the manuals, understand, how come when this component fails, what is the cause, what's the root cause, and how do we solve it? I think that brings us, like every one of us here, a lot of excitement, and that's what motivated us to join this industry and this career.
I think just to add on to Naomi's, besides troubleshooting and stuff, I mean, what we have learned from ASE itself really helps a lot, because all the fundamentals are there. So it helps you, it brings you to another level of understanding how the aircraft works. One thing that makes me very interested in this program is that during the internship, we are not only dealing with our own classmates, we are also mingling around with the technicians, the engineers, and because this industry requires teamwork. You can't do anything by yourself. So working with them lets you open your mind and then learn how to talk to people and stuff like that. Yeah, the cooperation between everyone is very important. Okay, personally for me, if there's such incident that is reported on the news, I mean, based on our knowledge and stuff, we'll try to think back what could have went wrong. I mean, this is one of the things that will be covered in human factors, like all the analysis, what maybe is a human factor issue or a design issue. Yeah, so all these things comes naturally to you when you have learned it lah. So I believe the course will provide adequate knowledge and stuff like that.
To add on to Shinkai, recently if you guys have heard about the JL516 and also the Alaska Airlines about the plug type door, but coming closer to home, if you guys have if you guys have read about something in October whereby the Scoot aircraft bound for Australia, he had an air turn back due to an Australian man. He was declaring a bomb threat. So the frightening thing was that I departed the aircraft with my engineer at 4:30 p.m. I clocked out at 5:30 p.m. So upon reaching at home, I read the news, Straits Times, Scoot aircraft air turn back. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? Like, you cannot be. I was the one that I saw the plane fly and everything. So coming back to the incident, whether it's an incident or accident, right? Safety is paramount in the things that we do at work. The reason for your delay of aircraft is actually due to safety. And me going to pass out airline maintenance, which is at the apron itself at the airport, do not get angry if your plane is delayed, because it is almost, I would say, 95% of the time, it is due to safety. And we are the one causing the delay. And we know we are not going to rush the job. We are going to do exactly as per what the EMM says. We are not going to miss any steps. Talk value, we do not just anyhow talk. Everything follow as per sequence. And we, aspiring LAEs, you get the power to tell the captain, I'm going to delay your flight. I'm not going to release it to you. This is not safe. So this is an example of how, and the thing is that, I mean, the pilots and the captain itself, they understand because they are the one taking over the aircraft and lives are on board. It's not just talking about one or two. It's hundreds of lives. And it takes a whole, a whole company itself. It's a lot of operations just to depart the aircraft itself. And like I said, safety is the most important thing. Maybe things could have prevented in the JL flight or the Alaskan flight, but like I said, Singapore, for us, the safety is, I would say, very paramount. And sometimes when we work, it's like, must we really do this? It's just, a simple screw and that. But what happens if these things is not bonded together as well? And then it will cause some electrical stray or something. So, like I said, safety is very important. And moving forward, it's a good thing that we emphasize on safety at the back of our head in everything that we do. So we do not let the Swiss cheese holes align.
I think the authority will look into it and also review the protocols and also make sure that these kind of inspections are thorough and all the maintenance manual are adhered to, comply to, and then make sure that there's a robust training to the maintenance personnel.
Yeah, I just want to share, of course, we talk about the positive side of becoming licensed engineer, right? So you don't have the normal office. Your office is in the cockpit, right? So as you know, aircraft, 787, 350 costs about $300 million, right? So this is your office. You report to work, you go to the cockpit, like what Naomi was sharing just now. You do troubleshooting, right? So nowadays, they actually move the office to the cockpit, all right? So you have the 100% right to operate every system, any system in the cockpit by yourself. And this is your office. So sometimes I really proud of them because sooner or later they are going to, go to office and then they can troubleshoot the system from the cockpit, So not many people have a chance actually, to go to the cockpit and then take this cockpit as your office. So it's something very, to me, personally, because I'm with the company for nearly 30 years. So every time you go to aircraft, every time you go to the cockpit, you feel proud because nobody can touch aircraft except you.